What's up? Welcome to SGPN's Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess. I'm here with my favorite Underdog Fantasy plays for Friday, July 19th, 2024. If you're new to Underdog Fantasy, sign up with promo code DailyDog for 50% deposit match bonus. All right, let's get right into it. We're starting at 11 a.m. Pacific, which is 2 p.m. Eastern. We're going to tennis. We're going to Palermo Open again, and we're going to be playing Qinwen Zheng again. This time we're taking higher than half of a set lost against Jaqueline Cristian. Yesterday we had our girl Qinwen Zheng to lose less than half of a set. Today we're having her lose higher than half of a set. Simply put, she won against Petra Martic in pretty straightforward fashion yesterday, but that had a lot more to do with Martic than it did Zheng. Zheng was 51% first serve percentage. She is a serve-dominant female player, and only 51% of her first serves were getting in, and somehow she managed to win that in 2 sets. That match was crazy. It wasn't like action-packed crazy. It was just crazy in the way that it unfolded, and it was kind of a full encapsulation of Martic's season, which is why we were fading her yesterday. Literally, that match was 2-2, and then Martic got a break to get up 4-2 in the got a break to go up to 4-2 in this first set. She ended up losing that set 4-6. So after getting the first break, she lost 4 consecutive games, and then the second set was fairly straightforward for Zheng, again, despite her serve slowing her down in what could have been a full rout. Cristian is going to be a lot tougher. I mean, she's going to obviously be able to play some rallies, but Cristian's also, her serve is working much better than Petra Martic's right now. So I think that there's a high chance that Zheng loses at least one set in this match, and I also think that Cristian has a chance to actually win this match. But that said, we don't need her to win it. I mean, she's like plus 220 betting odds, with Zheng about minus 275. If I had to bet it, I would bet on Cristian over Zheng after what I saw yesterday. But I don't have to bet it. I just have to make a pick on Zheng to lose more than one set, and I'm happy to do that here. So our second play is going to be in baseball. We got baseball back. I can't wait. I'm so excited to have it. We'll have a daily dong slip later. I've been missing the daily dongs, that's for sure. But we're going to go to another day game at Wrigley, and this one is going to be kind of maybe a hold your nose situation, because we're going to be fading Justin Steele a little bit. It's a soft fade. It's not like we're expecting him to get totally blown up. But I am going to be taking him to allow higher than 2.0 earned runs against the Diamondbacks. It's just a little bit low for a guy like Steele, who's going to potentially go late in the game. They want him to go 6+ innings. They want him to go 7 innings. They want him to go 9 innings if he can. And the thing is that this D-backs team is just really good against lefties. They're number 1 in MLB in on-base percentage versus lefties. They're number 2 in batting average. And they have the 3rd most plate appearances versus lefties in the majors. So, yeah, they've got a huge sample versus lefties, and they are really good against lefties. And they've also been playing pretty good baseball. I think they're 6-4 in their last 10 games before the break. So I definitely am going to bet on their offense here by putting them in this slip higher than 2.0 earned runs allowed for Justin Steele. And again, that's not, and like I said, it's a soft fade because he can have a good game and allow 3 runs. He can go 7 innings, allow 3 earned runs, and this pick hits. But it's not like he's having a bad game. The Cubs can still easily win that game. I just think 2 is very low. You know, we've got obviously a lot of power in this Rockies lineup, and they've got a lot of D-backs lineup, and they've got a lot of right-handed hitters as well. You know, Corbin Carroll, a switch hitter, Marte, Christian Walker, obviously a big, powerful righty, Perdomo righty, Moreno righty. I mean, even the back of the lineup, Kevin Newman righty, and he actually has good numbers against Steele, which I love to see. When you've got guys in the back of the lineup who actually have done well against that pitcher, that really helps for run creation. So we'll go on to our third play now in Major League Baseball, and we're going to be doing another fade of a pitcher. This one's not quite as soft of a fade as it was on Justin Steele. We're going to be taking Gavin Stone of my Dodgers to allow higher than 2.5 earned runs against the Red Sox. So as a Dodgers fan, I've been super happy with Stone's performance this year. He kind of came out of nowhere, and he's been a fairly dominant pitcher for most of his starts. That said, his last 2 have not been that great. He's allowed 7 hits, 9 hits, and 4 earned runs in both of those starts in under 5 innings. So he's definitely, I don't know if it's a regression or he's just kind of hitting the wall as a young player. But he was maybe a little bit, how should I say this? His results were outpacing his development, I think, a little bit early in the season. And I think now against a team like the Red Sox, who are great at crushing righties like him, are going to be a tough task, even though this game is at home. It's at Chavez Ravine. But, yeah, I just think that him allowing 3 runs is very possible. We've got, Devers is hitting like one of the top sluggers in the league right now. The back of that lineup, you guys know I love Ceddanne Rafaela. There's guys that can get runs on the board in one swing all up and down this lineup. So the three plays are Qinwen Zheng in the Women's Palermo Open to lose higher than half of a set. Then we're going to Justin Steele to allow higher than 2.0 earned runs against the D-backs. And lastly, Gavin Stone, higher than 2.5 earned runs against the Boston Red Sox. These three plays come together for a 6.3x multiplier. So let's get it. Let's get the show slips back to winning. I think we already did book a winning week in show slips, but let's make it a winning weekend as well. Next, the Dong Squad. I've been waiting for the Dong Squad all week. When we've had this All-Star break has really killed our flow. If you're new to the show actually has been growing, by the way. I will say thank you to all the new YouTube subscribers. We only have like 40 on there, but going from high 20s to low 40s in the course of a week is awesome. So I appreciate you guys spreading the word and hitting that sub button. And also our podcast downloads. I mean, our podcast, the show looks pretty pitiful when you just see the YouTube numbers. But as far as the amount of people that download every day in podcast land, we're getting 300 plus we have for the last couple of weeks, and it's been continuing to grow. So thank you very much if you find this content useful and helpful for your handicapping and your pick'em slips. Thank you for spreading the word. And also, before I get into the Dong Squad, I will say, a great way to maximize your potential expected value with the Dong Squad Flex Play is by using the promo code DailyDog on Underdog Fantasy. If you use the promo code DailyDog, you will get a deposit match bonus, 50% of your initial deposit, which is worth up to $250. So if you put $500 on the app, you'll get $250 in bonus cash added to your account. If you put $50, you'll get $25. I don't need to run through all the numbers. You can do that math, but it's definitely worth it, especially with using some flex plays to try to make sure you get a return on that money that you got for free, and also promo plays. So make sure you're following my shorts and you're following me on Twitter at Britton Hess, BrittonHess, because I will have a Freaky Friday promo slip on Underdog on Friday. Those have been awesome for us lately. Our promo slips have like 160% ROI or something since the show has started. So definitely keep your eyes open for that. All right, enough about the promos. Let's get to this Dong Squad. I wanted to put Yordan Alvarez on here, but I just don't trust his health. I mean, he gets pulled in like the fourth inning. It feels like every other game. He's got some hip issues that are lingering. I would obviously love to play him against Luis Castillo. He's gone long on Castillo plenty of times in his career, but I just cannot do it with Yordan right now because I'm not sure how many at-bats he's going to get. He took one at-bat in the All-Star game and got out there. I think he was the first sub in the All-Star game. If that is not emblematic of what he's been doing lately for the Astros, I don't know what is. And that's not to even disparage Yordan. Yordan has been awesome. He's had some really great stretches. It's just it's kind of one of the situations where the value to his team isn't necessarily the same value as what we get by putting him in a pick'em slip, because he can do what he needs to do to help the team win in a couple at-bats, but he might not be able to do what we need him to do to win our underdog slip. So Yordan is not on the slip, but hopefully he has some good performances and we can start adding him back into the Dong slip. That said, someone who is on the Dong slip is Juan Soto. He's got 2 home runs in his last 4 games before the break. He's got a great matchup history versus Zach Eflin. He sees it really well against him. He's got 31 at-bats versus Eflin, and he's batting .452, and he has 2 home runs in that matchup. There's a little bit of wind probably coming in from right field, but again, I don't think it's anything that is going to be significantly affecting well-hit balls. If Soto, he either usually gets all of it or he gets none of it. So I'm not too worried about the wind slowing him down. And I like starting this slip off with Juan Soto to hit a home run. And again, I'll say this is a flex slip, so we want to go 3 for 3. If we go 2 for 3, we still turn a nice profit. The next one we're going to go with is Trey Turner. The dude has been so hot lately. 4 home runs in his last 6 games, 6 home runs in his last 9, however you want to break it down. But since he's come back from that injury stint, he has been one of the best hitters in baseball, and not just by contact, with power as well. It's a 3x multiplier, and the pitcher he's facing is Martin Perez of the Pirates, who I generally think is kind of an underrated pitcher just for effectiveness. Obviously, his numbers are never really going to be that good, given he's a contact pitcher. but I just do not think that this is a good matchup for Perez, and I think Trey is the last guy that he's going to want to see at the plate. Obviously, Martin is a lefty, Trey's a righty. Trey can go yard versus anybody, and he's been so hot lately, so I'm happy to put him on this slip. Next, we're going with one of my surprises from the home run derby, Jose Ramirez, who had 21 home runs in the first round of the home run derby, and he took all those, he took that turn, or he played that contest as a lefty, which kind of surprised a few people. He was, he tied for the most home runs in the first round, which was pretty amazing because he's obviously a power hitter, but he's not like an Aaron Judge power hitter. He just squares up on the ball really well and has a great eye. He's not just overpowering, raw strength and size and body mass getting that ball over the wall. That said, he's facing Matt Waldron of the Padres, who has had a lot of home run trouble lately. 5 home runs allowed in his last 3 starts. Jose Ramirez should be confident versus righties, batting from the left side of the box, batting as a lefty. So I have Jose on this dong slip. So one of my lights just shut off. That's not good. It's back. All right. So these three guys on the dong squad, if it goes 2 for 3, it's a 9x multiplier, which is subject to change depending on which guys actually get the home runs. If it goes 3 for 3, 67.5x multiplier. So let's hit another dong slip. Let's hit our show slip, and I'll reiterate the show slip one more time before I get out of here. Show slip is Qinwen Zheng higher than 0.5 sets lost against Jaqueline Cristian in WTA Palermo. Then we're going with higher than 2.0 earned runs allowed from Justin Steele and the Cubs. This is at 11:20 a.m. Pacific, 2:20 p.m. Eastern. Then we are going to Gavin Stone night game, Dodgers pitcher to allow higher than 2.5 earned runs against the Red Sox at a 6.3x multiplier for that show slip. And the Daily Dong Squad flex slip is Trey Turner, Jose Ramirez, Juan Soto. If it goes 3 for 3, that's a 67.5x return on your money. If it goes 2 for 3, it should be about a 9-10x return. So good luck, and let's make some money.